Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Wack 100 is told by Adam22 that Poetic Flacco said he's next to be on the indictment. Listen to how Wack 100 explained how he's not sweating none of that. As we say in New York, none of that. You know what I mean? None. You know what that means? None of that. Let's go. Make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Make Audio, Juanita. Get it right. Unique Make Audio Prison Stories and Make Audio TV. Hit the notification, subscribe, all that crap. Let's get it going. All right. You know what it is. Unique Make Audio, man. We got Adam right here, right? I got to take it off this screen, but I'm going to leave it here for a minute. We got Adam, 22. He's talking to Wack, and he's telling him that Poetic Flacco said that he's next on the indictment, rah, rah, rah. Let's see how Wack break it down. But if you listen, it sounds like Wack is drifting off and away from the question of, is he next on the indictment, is what's asked to him. And I like the way this kid, Adam22, he's stuck to his guns and he let it be known and he asked a tough question. Wack tried to cut him off and say, nah, let me answer this one. And he said, blah, 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 and continued until he got his whole statement out. He didn't let Wack run him off, so he knows how to deal with Wack, as you can see. Gunshots. Let's keep it moving. All right.
You just said that.
What?
Well, you just ran down on Flacco and gave him a big old bear hug, which is interesting because he's got a variety of conspiracy theories about you. And
you should call him in here, bro.
He's on the news right now, but he seems as if...
What's the conspiracy theory? I don't... See...
He thinks you're losing your mind, and he thinks that you might snap and do something to him. His words.
I'm losing my mind. Why does he think that?
All right, stop. Let me tell you why he thinks that, right? I let it be known that I want to start streaming some of Poetic Flacco's joints. I like his joints. Somebody tell him to reach out to me. That's how men do. My number is on the screen, 917-680-9091. So before I grab something, I like to talk to the people, But Poetic Flacco, so you understand, right? In our terms, and this is not to disrespect him, because like I said, I like to interview him, but I'm just going to let him know straight up how I am. I'm from the hood, I'm a gangster, and I speak in gangster terms. In our world where we sit, Flacco is a lame. And that's not to disrespect him, that's just what he is. And what I like about Flacco is he's comfortable and confident in his lameness. He'll say straight up, if you touch me, I'm going to the police. We call those lames. Let's get it right. Because if somebody touch you in the hood, you hook off. No matter how big or bad or ferocious they are, you hook off. You don't say, I'm going to the police. That's equivalent to saying, I'm going to my mother. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to go tell my mommy. But we don't do that. But now, let's play the rest of this. But Flacco is not from the world that Wack is from, and Flacco is making up conspiracy theories from the world he's from. And Wack have to try and deal with that. And I like the way he's playing with his fingernails. That's a little nervous twitch, but he doing what he do, and he's comfortable, and he's one of the best that I've seen on YouTube. I said it before. 10 Toes Down rolled up on me, right, with one of the homies, Jamal. Now, Jamal Saladin, they rolled up on me, as they call it. Watch the video. He gonna air it tomorrow on 10 Toes Down TV, where he asked me about Wack. They felt like I was defending Wack and a lot of the things that Wack do, and that I supported Wack's actions. So they ran down on me and almost had to pull my joint out on them. I'm letting y'all know now. They left it in the tape. Make sure y'all watch this, because when he said the word, he ran down on me, it was beef. Even though that's my man. That's how quick your man could become your enemy. So don't sit there and say, I want to be a part of the street, because if you violate the street code when you say you want to be a part of the street, a man takes it like you already took your oath to say you a criminal, that you down with what we down with, so you don't violate what we know is a violation. Now when a lame violates you, like this kid Flacco, when a dude like that violates you, you don't pay no mind. And that's all Wack is saying, because Adam22 is trying to say to him, like, oh, how you gave him a big bear hug and he got all these conspiracy theories about your next going to jail. Wack is like, I'm not worrying about him. He's not in my lane. His conspiracy theories is from his mind. It's from his world. It's from his culture. Let's keep it moving.
He says that you seem angry, irrational, that he just feels like you're kind of on the verge of doing something crazy. And he didn't say it, but it feels like the suggestion is that maybe this is because of the stress that the big Rico is putting on you, since you might feel like, since you were so wrapped up in so much of his dealings, that maybe you're next on the feds platter.
See, like he said, stop right there. See, he's trying to figure out why a man from the hood is reacting and speaking in the way he do. Wack is just being Wack. People watch him, you either love him or you hate him. That's it. There's no great line with Wack. You know, there's no great line with Unique. Either you love me or you hate me. I give it to you raw. So Wack giving it to him so raw, he's never seen it so raw, because he's used to throwing subliminal shots and messages and cold words instead of just saying, yo, you full of shit. If somebody says something I don't like, I'm going to just tell them, yo, you full of shit. And if you don't like it, hit me in the mouth, and then we go from there. If not, shut up, get off that topic, or start talking some shit that makes some sense. You know? And Flacco is not used to that, so that's why he's looking at, you know, the way Wack is communicating as he's off the hinge, because that world thinks we're off the hinge. You know what I mean? Because to them, that's how it looks. All right?
What do you mean, Dylan's?
You know, like I'm watching Rich Homie Quan, and he's talking about how when rest in peace, that when he had to come to LA and check in, that it was like you and Big U, sort of two men in the situation.
All right, yo, check out the way Wack gonna tap dance, and you know he gonna jump around his question and play these little games now. That's why I could deal with Wack. Round of applause to Wack 100. Round of applause to Wack 100. Y'all, relax, y'all, relax. Pay attention to what he's asking Wack, and what Wack is responding to ain't got nothing to do with what he's asking, but it do if you're from the hood, and I'm gonna explain why at the end of this. All right.
We was having a conversation.
About checking in?
No. I was already up there having a conversation. Again.
See, what Adam is trying to do is saying that Rich Homie Quan came to check in with Wack 100. And Wack letting it be known, nah, he ain't coming to check in with me, because that falls into a part of Poetic Flacco's understanding, you know what I mean, of how this indictment is going to play out from a civilian point of view.
He pulled up. See, y'all got it. This was crazy.
See,
when it comes to me, you motherfuckers seem to catch amnesia when somebody's telling the story. He said he landed at LAX. Whoever picked him up, whoever he was with, told him we need to go to Crenshaw High. He said, oh, okay, that's the blue side. So I don't know Rich Homie Quan. I don't know. I just know him from, really knew his mama.
You were at the football game talking business with Big U.
No, we were in the parking lot having a conversation. He pulled up.
To check in.
Yep.
See, Adam is stuck on his check-in, that he pulled him up to check in with you, Wack. That's what Adam is saying. And Wack is deflected and say, nah, he didn't pull in for me. I don't even know the dude. He pulled in for Big U. Listen.
Well, you got to remember, that ain't my neighborhood.
Right.
So he ain't pulling up for me.
You see what I'm saying? Yo, get me out of that indictment. He ain't pulling up for me. I ain't taking it with me. You got me all the way fucked up. Won't me in that indictment. Wack right now, let it be known. Oh, get it right. That Big U work. That ain't my work.
It wasn't like we were scheduled to meet Rich Homie Quan that day.
You see what I'm saying? Wack said, I wasn't scheduled to meet this trick. I ain't had nothing to do with him. Leave me out of that. All right?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So he pulled up, and I seen him, and I never forget it. I'm going to tell you why I remember it.
Why do you remember it, Wack?
Because at the time, I used to confuse him and Young Thug,
Okay.
right?
Typical Unk mistake of that
yeah.
era.
So when he pulled up, they all got out the car. Everybody dapped each other up. You know, I'm kind of like letting them do their thing because whatever he come to do, I don't know what he came to do.
See what I'm saying? Wack let me know, yo, I don't know what he came to do. I don't know what he came for. All this checking and all this and paying. I don't know nothing about this. You know what I mean? But I was just there.
And he didn't lie. He wanted him to go out there, I guess, with the kids. You know, on the football field. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Sure.
See, that's what I like about Wack. See, Wack know the situation that Big U was in. So right now, instead of him doing what he typically would do and say, yeah, he pulled up the check and he knew he had to pay Big U, now he see all of that done came down and it done created a whole snowfall, avalanche. You know, like when a mountain, the snow falls down and everything goes tumbling down. That's what's happening with Big U now from all these YouTube videos. So Wack right now is seeing like, damn, we really messed up. So he's watching what he say to let it be known that Rich Homie Quan came to hook up with Big U to represent seeing the kids at Crenshaw Hall High School not to go pay Big U money for checking in, which is what he's charged with. So now Big Wack is letting it be known what it really is that Big U said, if y'all come to town, y'all these big time rappers, give back to the community, come visit our little football team, our basketball team, the dance team, the ballerina team, the girls want to meet you, the kids want to meet you, and that's all Big U was saying. But now they spiraling out of control and saying that he wanted finances. What I'm hearing is that he just wanted them to represent and give back to the very hood that they coming to get money out of. Let these kids know that you exist and that I'm capable of bringing you to them and that they could look forward to being like you and now have a role model, even though a lot of these rappers think they're not role models. You're role models because the kids that's listening to you is following you and hanging on to your every word. Let's keep it moving.
Kids in the ghetto, they don't see a lot of that shit. And that was all that was. But I don't him saying that I think he added to the conversation saying
this is where he's saying too much. Wack, no disrespect, I mess with you gangster, but you know when you look back at this, you saying too much, or it was calculated and you wanted to get it out there. Maybe to justify, to put it out there that, yeah, Big U may have been extorting them. Maybe, no, he wasn't. They was only coming to represent at the, with the kids to give back to the community. But this didn't need to be said. Listen to what Wack say.
You flew in here and you staying here and staying there because those elements don't fit what he was there to do.
See what I'm saying? They saying that, Wack is saying that Big U is telling Quando that you're staying here, you're staying there, you're driving this, you're driving that. So all Big U is letting them know, I know where you at, dog. I could get at you at any time. That's what that statement means that Wack is saying right now without saying it. So I'm just giving it to you raw. Because you don't tell somebody come in town, y'all know where you're staying at. And I know what you're driving with. I know who you with. I know how many shooters you got with you. That's not a threat. That's just letting them know, like, yo, I'm on your line. You know what I mean? I'm on your line. I know your every move before you even move. We playing chess. I knew you was coming, and you was staying at the Waldorf or the Hilton, and you was driving a black SUV, license plate number, whoop, 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 and you looking like, oh, not only how do you know this, but why do you know this? What do you plan on doing with this information? So right there, the person hearing someone telling them this information is like, damn, he on my line. Okay, so where are we going at with this? What do you want? Well, you checking in my town. I know where you at. I can have my boys go get you. I see the joint. I'm going to keep it 100. And we going to ride. I'm going to keep it 100. I seen a joint where Jay Prince took and Jay had NBA young boys umbrellas came out the Rolls Royce and the keys to the Rolls after NBA young boy was robbed for his joint, and he telling them that you know, we ain't had nothing to do with it, but we got your stuff and you didn't check in. So, you know, these are the protocol, but I'm giving you a pass this one time. Now, why would Jay Prince go up there and say that? That makes him look like he want to get down with what Big U got going on. But he didn't know what was going on or where it was going to lead, the same way Big U didn't know where it was going to lead. But he calls NBA and tell him, yo, I got your stuff. Oh, I got your keys. NBA say, nigga, screw you, nigga. They made 2 keys when they made 1. I don't need to see you. I get my own car, nigga. I don't check in and I don't come pick up nothing from nobody. You took it, sell it. Do what you want to do with it, but don't call me about it. Because me and you not cool. I don't care if you saying you ain't had nothing to do with taking it. I know you had something to do with taking it. How you got my shit? Dude just robbed somebody and then you make a phone call and say, hey, whoever robbed this person, bring it back. That sound like your shit is to me. Or anybody that's in the hood. An NBA young boy from the hood, and he telling them, you know, Jay Prince, yo, stop the bullshit. I know that was your work, nigga. I'm not playing your games. When they made 1 key, they made 2 keys. Let's get back to Wack 100.
That's kind of like, you kind of like issuing a threat. You know what I'm saying? When you telling somebody, you staying here and your driver this person and this, just that, it's kind of like, you kind of like issuing like a silent like threat.
It's just letting that person know I'm on your line. Anything I want to do to you, I can do because I know your line and you in my town.
But I think he added that to it. And
See, now that he didn't need to say, I think he added that to it. You shouldn't even have spoke on that, Wack. No disrespect. You know better than that, Wack.
and that's the conversation we need to have today.
Nah, we don't need to have that conversation because he's not there to defend that, so you don't need to say that. So that's not a conversation that needs to be had today. That's a statement you're making today. But it can't be a conversation because Big U is not there to defend himself. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't pick sides. I love your content. And this is a part of your content. And this is how I make my content by clarifying what this bullshit mean. All right?
That a lot of these podcasts and when people get caught up in conversation, some of it be tainted with some real shit. And then a lot of it be tainted with some bullshit.
See, he telling you right there. That's why I respect Wack. He letting you know. You know what I mean? He gonna say a whole bunch of facts, and it might be tainted with some bullshit, but you're supposed to not decipher through it because he can't say it just like it is because he don't want to put certain people on the indictment, so he changed up certain things like Whoop the Whoop said, and you know what I mean, and Homie Scram said, and he played with it. You know what I mean? That's the bullshit that is tainted with. And if you're from the street, you know. If you're not supposed to know. And the ones that's not supposed to know, they trying to grab it, decipher it, and run it on YouTube and tell it how they see it, which is a bunch of bull crap. Stop it.
You're saying people make up stories, inflate stories to make them crazier.
You land, right?
Yeah. Break it down.
Whoever he's with already done had conversations with Big U. Bro, we come in, we gonna pull up on you. Right? So, me knowing him, he like, what time y'all get in? Hey, bro, we coming that way. What time y'all get in? Cool, pull up on me. I'll be at practice with the kids.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing it play out. That'd be cool for the kids. Nephew could come over here and, you know, come out there for the kids, right? This had to been 2015-ish era.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, if he actually came in, right, and went straight to Crenshaw High, jump out, Big U like, oh shit, y'all really here. What's up, nephew? Whatever. I bagged up. What's up, homie? What's up? Now he knew who I was. At that time, I remember I confused him with Young Thug. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Right? So he said, yeah, man, you cool with going out here, you know, with the kids? You know, they out there, you know, they gonna go crazy. They fans. He like, yeah, sure, cool. So he went out there and walked with the kids and they did their shit. So why in that situation would a person go having a conversation about motherfucker know who you staying at, who your driver is?
100% right, Wack. 100% right. Y'all pay attention. Y'all got to learn something from Unique back all today. And be on the lookout for CashBox coming out real soon. If you send money to the wrong person, it has a virtual vault in the middle that when you send it and they go to accept it, it notifies the virtual vault that they're accepting it, and the virtual vault notify you that the recipient is accepting it, and you look at your phone and you say, that's not the recipient, or that's not how much I wanted to send. There's no way I want my girlfriend to know what I'm doing with her roommate and why I'm sending her this $500 for sexing me out the night before. So you can now send the money, what CashBox got as Ghostbox, where if you look on the phone, it don't show who it came from. So you're not your girl look at the phone and say, why you sending this money? Why you sending this money? CashBox, be on the lookout. Let's keep it moving.
I think it's at least in part because
It don't even make sense.
much like Big U, you've kind of gone into detail about a variety of situations that a lot of people are conflating with extortion at this point.
What do you mean by that? What you mean?
It's been supposed, and we don't have to get into the details of every single one of these situations, but it's been, you basically said in the past that Oscar De La Hoya was paying to not have his nude photos or zesty photos released.
Stop right there.
It's been said that that you were talking to Nipsey's family about the gay tapes of him not coming out. I don't know if there's money involved in that. It's been suggested that maybe Kim Kardashian at one point or Kanye, that they were doing stuff for you so that you didn't release more sex tapes of her.
Okay.
Right there. You see the way Adam got it all out and say, now you get the floor. Don't cut me off and give me no fugazi bull crap. But now Wack is going to show Adam why in the courtroom they say that you're innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now Wack is going to give reasonable doubt to everything that he answered that Adam said, and that's why I like Wack. Round of applause to Wack again. Because he speak facts, man. You know, he speak facts. I don't agree with everything he say. Let's get it right. We're gonna say that right. I don't agree with everything he say. I probably don't agree with maybe 30% of what he don't say. But these other podcasters, I don't believe 98% of what they say. So you know that's giving him a big leadway so I can enjoy him and actually hear how the game is supposed to be played and how codes and things go. But we'll find out if, God forbid, if he get in that situation, how he hold up on the pressure when a man with that black robe come and start talking about you looking at life in jail. Let's hope it don't go there, but that's what Poetic Flacco is insinuating, and Wack is nice and calmly answering and let him know, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Now he's going to break down explaining what Adam just asked them and insinuated that these are all the people that you was extorting. So this is how you could be on the indictment. And Wack is saying, no, I wasn't extorting them. This is how it played out. Now listen to Wack.
Now, let's start with the first one.
And when academics kind of tried to bring up some of this stuff on the podcast, you got very irate. And you were...
See, Adam trying to get him mad now because obviously Wack got irate on academics or whatever he talking about. So that's why Adam trying to get up on the Wack skin right now. But Wack too smooth for that crap.
Really kind of screaming at it.
Because y'all dumb.
See, right there.
You're like...
See, like a kid right there. See? You see, Adam did that. You know that's a square. You know that's a lame. You know what I mean? That's not the disrespect. That's a lame. I'm gonna say right there. No, right there, you should just rip his whole face open if you felt that he was violating. You don't point to him and say right there. No, that's called like mocking him. No, dude, rip his face open or shut up. Because if a dude sit across from me and talk about, oh yeah, see, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not mad. He said, no, yes, you are mad. See, right there, I'm gonna jump over the table and choke you out and let you see what mad look like. But Wack got better control than me, so Wack gets another. That's a third round of applause right now, right? So right there, I would have just grabbed him by the neck and choked him out. Relax. That's why I would never go on Adam's show. You know what I mean? Because there's no way I have no body, I don't care what color, race, culture, whatever, sit there trying to taunt me, talk about, oh, you're mad. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Look right there. Look, come on, man. Who does that? A bitch do that. I'm just keeping it 100. Ain't no man doing that. If a man tell you, if you know a man get mad because of whatever, why would you push him to get mad? Because you don't think that there's going to be any repercussions or reaction to your bullshit. But when you get the right one, and that's why I'm letting y'all know publicly, you act me some stupid crap with fighting on camera. So don't invite me to come, you know what I mean, and then think you're going to do with this piece of, what this trash is going on right now. Oh, see, right there. But Wack handled this real good, you know? And I'm not bashing Adam. I'm just saying we're in two different worlds, man. Adam said totally different. That's why he could do some whole shit like say, see what I'm saying right there. That's like, I know you are, but what am I? Come on, somebody do you smack the crap out of him, nigga. I'm 60. What's wrong with you? Talk to me like that. You know, but we understand what we're dealing with because we have to know the categories we fall in and the categories that people fall in, then you know how to deal with it. See, Wack know that he's talking to a bunch of lames, he's eating, he's doing good. And when I say lames, it's not to disrespect them, that's just what we call them when we're on the street. Those are lames. Alright? Just like y'all call us stupid. You know, you even call us crash outs, but you don't use the word crash outs. You know what I mean? But y'all just say, oh, he crazy. Oh, he crazy. Like a bitch. Oh, he crazy. Oh, you think he's so crazy. That's a bitch. You know, nigga gonna say another nigga crazy, another nigga being him. Oh, I ain't supposed to use the N-word. But another nigga being him. You know what I mean? So don't say I'm crazy because I choked you out because you talk about, I know I am, but what are you? When the little girls used to do that, they even knew that that was fighting words. Those simple little words the girls knew, those are fighting words. When the girls say, I know I am, but what are you? Right there, you know it's going to a fight. A grown man say that, and dudes is fighting with guns and knives now? And a lot of strength and testosterones and pain and trauma? Anybody want to fight a dude from the street right now is nuts. You know how much trauma he got backed up in him. You don't know what could come out of that. Either he's dying or you're dying. That trauma is a mother. And that's why I watch these joints for entertainment, because I know these are places that I know to stay away from. You know, I wouldn't go sit at this little whack-ass table and listen to this bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I know he can't contain himself because he haven't been stabbed in the face yet for violating. Until he get, I ain't talking about punched, even punched in the face. You know, if one of those little rappers went up there and just, oh, they ain't got to stab me. I'm not promoting violence. I'm just keeping it 100 how the street is. But if one of those little rappers went up there and just reached over the table and smacked the crap out this European for saying something stupid, I guarantee you he'll frame what he say a little differently. Just a little differently to say getting smacked in the face. But, you know, he's over there where he at, so he's safe. He's good.
You're a dummy too. I gotta call you a dummy.
Okay.
See, so that's why Wack playing this game. Okay, you want to play name calling? See right there. So he said, "Now use a dummy too." So actually use a dummy. But see, Wack creates content, so he's making content by engaging in this. I don't make that type of content. Sorry to say, I just don't do it. You know what I mean? I would have just grabbed the white boy by the neck and choked him out. If he was a black boy, I would have did the same. Chinese or whatever. Watch your mouth. You want to aggravate me? You want to see the animal out the cage? I'm gonna give it to you. Or listen, let me ride. Let me say that, bro. Let me say this. I know dudes that gotta get mad to fight. And I know dudes that just fight because they want to fight, or they feel they need to fight, or they have to fight. There's a difference. I don't respect a dude that gotta get mad to fight. A dude that gonna say, nah, we're gonna fight. And we just fight. You see, that's a man. A dude now, I don't want to fight, you smack the crap out. And now he starts swinging haymakers. Get off of me, I'm Adam. Get off of me, I'm calling the police. Somebody get my cell phone. You know what I mean? Come on, dog. Why are you poking a bear if you don't want to get bitten? That's because you're used to poking cubs. But be careful, man. You're going to get the wrong one in front of you, Mr. Adam. Be real careful, because they watching you and they see what talking to you lead to by your line of questioning. Just keeping it 100, man.
But
Because I'm going to show you.
But starting with the name calling makes you look more guilty.
No, I'm going to show you why. I
See,
to
you
De La
even
Hoya.
had that conversation about, suddenly the name calling make you feel more guilty. That's a bitch conversation, nigga. I'm going with the name calling to let you know that I'm pissed off is what I would have told him if I was Wack. When I go to call you name calling, the next thing is I'm going to reach over the table and grab you by your throat, Adam. And if you don't know when to fall back right there, then be ready for me to snatch you and choke you and bang your head all over here and beat you with your microphones. You know what I mean? You haven't had a real dude from the street yet, because these guys, they definitely from the street, not taking that from them, but they coming in thinking they need you to put them on their platform. They don't realize that you made your name off of putting them on your platform. So they watch what they say because they feel that they need you. I know I don't need you, so I don't have a problem bashing anyone y'all in the face with your old microphone if you get stupid. So that's why I just do my own thing and I deal with my little, where's that? If I just, I'm comfortable with my little 100,000, subscriber plaque. I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. I would have had about 250,000 subscribers right now. You know how many rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public scumbag trolls I had to delete off my channel? Just last week, some clown put something up there. I don't even remember what it is. And all I did was they put a new button on the YouTube that says hide from the channel, where I still get this stupid-ass subscription, but now he can't see my content. So if you come to my channel, make a stupid comment, I'll just hide you from my channel and you find somewhere else to go find someone's nuts to chew on like the squirrel you are. It's not that hard. We just don't play over here. This is a gangster channel. Make sure you watch 10 Toes Down tomorrow, the video he dropping that he ran up on me as him and his man Solid D said, and you get to see how that play out. That's my big bro, but he talking about he ran down on me. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the conversation, I clearly state this is what the attorneys worked out.
This is how intelligent Wack is. He's letting it be known that the attorneys involved. So being that there's attorneys involved and they never talked directly to him, there was no extortion, which makes 100% sense. Now listen to this. Let's play it out.
Mm-hmm.
See, the minute the attorneys are involved, right? This is not extortion. This is a business deal. Oscar then talked about it openly on Club Shay Shay.
Yo, yes, he
Right?
did.
So the minute you get attorneys involved, see, if you have something, right?
Right.
That's yours. It's yours. And you got the consent to have it.
Okay.
And you like, hey, bro, check this out. This is really pertaining to you. Hey, attorney such and such, contact his attorney. Tell him if he wants to take possession of this shit, right, to where I don't use it, let me know. Right? He calls his attorney. They negotiate what they negotiate. They draw up their paperwork, right? He never one time talks to Oscar De La Hoya, right? There's never conversation between the two. The minute you get attorneys involved in these type of situations, that's not an extortion.
Exactly. If two attorneys is talking, you say, yo, I got something that belong to you. Here's my attorney's number. And, you give it to your attorney and then they call them and they work out a negotiation to get that property back. That's not extortion. But Wack is saying they twisted up everything he did to make it look like he said, give me X amount of dollars and I'm going to give you this tape that's in my possession that's of you. No, Wack is saying that never happened. I love the way he articulated that. This is a good tutorial. Thank you, Wack. Let's keep it moving.
Right? So we're going to Kanye next, right?
Sure.
This started on Bootleg Kev, did it not? Bootleg Kev said, what's up with these extra tapes I've been hearing about? I said, yeah, it's a couple extra tapes. He like, what you gonna do with them? I said, we would never do anything with them but give them to Kanye. That's what was said, right?
Okay.
You can pull it up, right?
Talk to him.
So guess who calls me?
Who called?
The Kardashians.
Kanye.
Or Kanye. Okay.
Word.
What up, bro? Man, I seen boom, boom, boom. Yeah, is that real? Yeah. Well, how could I? You said, okay, cool. I'm gonna put you with little bro. Y'all,
See, so he's saying that Kanye called him today. I heard about the tape. He said, yo, look, I'm gonna put you dude that got the tape. I don't want nothing to do with it. I just want you to get your material back and little bro got it. Here's his number. That's what Wack is saying. They make it like, I guess on social media that Wack worked out a middleman position to get a cut out of whatever he get for Kanye. But, Wack breaking this down real good, man.
Yeah, send him to the airport. Bro, grabbed it, went to the airport, gave it to him.
Okay.
What do you see? Where's the extortion?
Maybe
Tell me Wack ain't smooth.
some of that stuff is above board, but I think that a lot of people are assuming.
Now, we ain't talking about what nobody assuming. He's telling you what's factual. Either you agree with the facts, Adam, or you don't. Now you're talking about what people are assuming. No, what are you assuming? We want to know what you're thinking, Adam. You're the host. We know what they're assuming because we see it on all the other Fugazi channels. But now they're on big Adam22, Mr. No Jumper clips. Let's keep it 100. Stop the crap. We don't do that over here. Unique Make Audio, we call out the bullshit.
That if you were doing all this type of stuff, then maybe you were also
Oh, what type of stuff?
So hitting up the food vendors
stop
outside
right
of
there.
Crenshaw High
No,
like
stop
they
right.
do.
No, stop right there.
You see what he say, like shaking down the food truck drives over there on the corner like Big U. So you just gave Big U that indictment that quick. You say that Big U was shaking down trucks is what you're putting out on your podcast after Big U is locked up already for shaking down, alleged trucks. And you sitting there saying it like it's a fact to your 829,000 people that have access to you. Come on, big bro. Where we do that at?
What type of stuff have I done? Everything I just laid out to you was either it was a business deal or it was a man keeping his word and just saying, here.
Mm-hmm. But you realize most people don't
You keep talking about most people. Talk about what you doing, Adam.
monetize their life in such a way. I'm not saying that there's anything inherently illegal about it, but most people don't obtain sex tapes and then profit off of not releasing them.
No, it's not proper off of not releasing it. It's saying, yo, I got this, you want it, pay me. He obviously paid somebody to get it unless he was there and filmed it. So he want to be compensated, and of course, he want to make a profit. That's what life is about. Making a profit. Stop it.
Lawyers or otherwise.
No, the profit came after the initial release. That shit been out since like 03.
Which, the sex tapes?
04, yeah.
Well, the original one, yeah.
The
But you
original.
supposedly had more.
Yeah, but again, and then Kanye went on a show and delivered the drive.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything ever come out?
Not yet, but Kim K's an op now, right?
She ain't my op. She ain't ever did nothing.
No, she's Kanye's op, and you're Kanye's homie, right?
What that?
So, see, you hear this stupid shit? Now, this is a lame. She's Kanye's obsessed. You're his homie. This is stuff that he hear from the rappers coming on. This is not even in his world to even use the word ops and not even know how to use it. To talk about Kanye beefing with his ex-wife and another man is going to get in and say, I don't like your ex-wife because you're beefing with her. No, I don't like what your ex-wife did, but you allowed her to do it because you was a but I love a dog dude. You loved her so much you allowed her to run over you. That's your choice. So that's your issue, your ex-wife. You deal with that. I don't have an issue with Kim. I'm not going to run and go and take Kim out to dinner, but if I see her, I'm not going to disrespect her. And I'm not going to go on a podcast or a national network and disrespect her. Because she hasn't done anything to me. Whatever happened between y'all, and you ain't got to worry about me running and having a secret friendship with her in the corner. But I'm not going to sit there and say if I see her, I'm going to disrespect her and give her an evil look and play those whore-ass games. Because only whores do that. Because bottom line, she might say to me, damn, my man's still mad at me. I'm going to say, go ask him. You know what I mean? You know me and you cool, you know what I mean? But whatever you want to know about him, ask him. That's your man. That's your baby daddy. So, no disrespect. We good. How your sister doing? How your mom doing? She still get money? And, you know what I mean? And that's it. And keep it moving.
That has nothing. That's his ex-wife. Bro. That's mother of his kids.
But
if you look at the bootleg cab show when you ask me
he seems
about
very upset with her.
No, when
listen, okay, so what? Kanye's upset with it. He's supposed to be upset with it. That's his wife. They got their own issues that he has a right to be upset. But what do those issues have to do with Wack 100? That's what Wack is saying. Come on, dog. Stop this lame crap, man.
He asked me about it. He said, bro, what y'all can make so I said we would never do that, bro. Like, and at this time I wasn't even, I knew Ye, we talked all the time. Right? It wasn't no like that's my partner at this time. Mm-hmm. Right? I said, just sitting over in the safe. Like we ain't.
Yeah. Just listen to the way he breaking it down. You can't get no better than that, man. You know what I mean? So let me bring it back over here. Because this is what I want to do, right? I want to explain this so that y'all really understand what's going on. Because a lot of y'all just sit here, you hear all this, and, you think that everything is sweet. Adam is sitting there asking Wack all these questions. Now, it's up to Wack where he's going to go, how he's going to answer it, and I think Wack did a great job being articulate and breaking it down. But know that these podcasts, that the feds is watching these podcasts, and then you get guys like Adam that get the, men to sit down across for them and ask these lame-ass questions, knowing where to lead, and he continued to do it. And then he plays stupid because at the end of the day, the boy getting some money from the YouTube from exploiting y'all on his joint now. Don't get it twisted. And you know that when you go up there because you want his viewers to know who you are. So it's fair exchange is no robbery, but at the same time you need to watch what you say so your black ass or Mexican or Puerto Rican or Dominican or whatever, white, whatever, don't get locked up. But I wonder, is any of this stuff going on in the white community? Could somebody please put a link either to the phone number on the screen, 917-680-9091, or put it in the comments so that all the viewers can see it, where there's white boys doing this. Yeah, I say white boys. Show me where white boys are doing what we sitting here doing now, that I'm making content where I'm even making a little bag off of this. And I say a little bag because Adam killing them because he's getting these dudes that run to his channel because he's white, but they won't come to my channel because I'm gangster and black. And they feel they could go on his channel, say what they want to say, but they can't come up here and blow no smoke nowhere near me. So this is how it go. Let me know what's going on. Let's keep it moving. I'm about to tap out. Make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel, Juanita Mecca Audio. Subscribe to Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories and Mecca Audio TV. Hit the notification bell, the like button. Keep it moving. We in the house. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Right. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours, so we can give back to the.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Right. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours, so we can give back to the
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.